Hi, I'm back for the weekly update. It's Halloween, the costumes are cute, but what's going on in the government is pretty scary right now. We are still shut down. If this shutdown lasts until Wednesday, it'll be the longest shutdown in US history. It's already the longest full shutdown in history. The other long ones have been partial shutdowns. Not the kind of record we wanted to set this year. I want to do a quick refresher on how we got here because I've talked to a lot of people the last few weeks who are asking what the House is doing to end the shutdown, why House Republicans aren't in Washington. And I just want to remind everyone that in September, before we ran out of funding, House Republicans passed a clean continuing resolution for 7 weeks to give us time to finish our appropriations bills. We funded the government at the same levels that passed on a bipartisan basis in March. It went to the Senate, and Senate Democrats decided to shut down the government. We're still in that same holding pattern. We're waiting on Senate Democrats to reopen the government. It's been long enough, people are starting to forget how we got here, and how we got here actually matters. But now that we're here, we have government workers missing paychecks, and airports are starting to slow down because people aren't getting paid and they're not wanting to show up for work. And now starting this weekend, families are going to lose SNAP benefits. 86,000 households in Utah rely on SNAP. People are going to have a hard time putting food on their tables, and that's unconscionable. We shouldn't be in this situation. Luckily, the state of Utah has decided to step up and put $4 million into making sure Utah families have enough to eat, and they deserve all of the kudos for that. This is something we're really good at in Utah, taking care of our neighbors. But what we need to do is get the government funded. And I just want to remind everyone that back in July, when we passed the One Big Beautiful Bill, my Democrat colleagues were furious that we tightened up SNAP, that we made sure that states weren't abusing the waiver process, and that people who didn't qualify for SNAP were being removed from the rolls to keep it solvent for the people who should be on it. Now, those same colleagues are willing to let SNAP go completely unfunded to fight a fight that should be a debate we have when the government's open and when we're all working. So hopefully this ends next week. I feel fairly optimistic, but I just want to thank the state of Utah for taking care of our citizens while Congress is getting its act in order. And I want to remind everyone that my website has good information to let people know what's operating and where they can find help. Please go to the website and look at our shutdown page for more information. Have a happy and safe Halloween, and hopefully I'm updating you next week from Washington, D.C.